What's up, YouTube? This is me, Game on Cloud 9 here to bring you guys a new Bleach manga 479 prediction rant. And 478, it was okay. If I had to give it a number between 1 and 5, I'd say it's about a 3. So 3 out of 5, chapter. So it's kind of average. Wasn't really, the best chapter, but, it had some good points in it. So, I'm not going to say it was horrible. We saw Tsukishima guy really upset over Genjo because I guess Genjo was dead now. Which I'm kind of disappointed on the way Genjo went down because I expected Genjo to go out in a better way than that. Of course, yeah, he got cut down last chapter, but I didn't expect him to just die right then and there. I thought maybe we'd see what he was thinking, like really thinking in his head before he died, or some sort of thing. Just not him, one slash and he's on the ground and he's like literally dead, not just out a little bit, or he's, like dying, which is really surprising, but it is what it is. And, yeah, so Tsukishima was all upset about that. And, I guess, Genjo must have been like his best friend, the way he was acting. That's my assumption. And, we saw, I think, Shishigawa walk up to Tsukushima. And I'm kind of wondering if they're brothers because I know towards the end of the chapter, he was carrying Tsukushima on his back and he's talking about, we're bros after all, or something like that, or you're my bro, right? That's what not Tsukushima, but Shishigawa was saying about Tsukushima. So I'm kind of thinking, like, are they really brothers, or is he just calling him like his bro, like they're just close or something, or what? I don't know. But we saw a lot of the Forbringers survived. We saw that even Jackie Tristan, she survived, which was pretty cool to see as well. I thought she was gonna die, and I'm kind of wondering, how she kept her full brain. I mean, I kept her. She lost her full brain. Which is really weird because it hasn't been explained. We don't know how exactly that happened. I didn't even know you could lose your full brain, which is, really surprising as well. And, we saw that Riguruka is now at Urahara's shop, and she's recovering. And since she's recovering and stuff, I'm guessing that she's probably going to join up with Ichigo's group now that she's there at Urahara's shop. I can't see her just walking away and never coming back. So who knows? Maybe she'll live there. Maybe she'll team up with them again. I don't know, but since like Orihime was crying with Rurouni and all that kind of stuff, I don't think she'll just be a throwaway character for this arc. Which is a little weird thing like about Yukio. Yukio is talking about how I guess in a few years, 3 years, give him 3 years, and his business will be back up, and they'll get back. The Fullbringers will get back together or something. So it sounds like he may be their new leader or something. But what's so weird about that to me is I don't really want the Fullbringers to come back as far as a big, massive group. I don't mind them helping out Ichigo and all that, but I don't want them coming back as like, the main villains or the villains of an arc again. I just don't want that happening. That's me. I prefer to see, like stuff like the Royal Guard or, other stuff like the Spirit King. In fact, that's actually why I thought Bleach continued. I mean, I knew the purpose of this arc was to get Ichigo's powers back, but I'm hoping next arc is maybe last arc, I'm like, a big arc that's maybe, finishing it off. I mean, I know Kubo says maybe another 10 years, maybe it depends on, the fans. I think that's what he said, depends on the fans. And I'm hoping that, I don't want Bleach to go down in popularity because Bleach is like one of my favorite series, current series so far. But I just really prefer, we touch up on the Spirit King, Royal Guard, and, wrap it up because that's the point. To me, that was the point of continuing Bleach. Like when Aizen went down, a lot of people were pissed. They were, I know a lot of you guys may have been like, "Oh, he's the main villain, blah blah blah. How can you continue the series?" But I'm like, when the main villain has an unfinished duty, I feel like as long as that unfinished duty is still there and someone else tries to take it up and complete it, then you can continue the story. But you know, I'm like the only thing is with that, I'm like I don't think you should have a bunch of random arcs in between just doing random shit. You should at least try to touch up on that. I'm like, so we should see something with Ishin next arc. I mean, even if the next arc is wrapped around Ishin, I'll be happier with that. Because at least it'll pertain more to the main events of the storyline. I mean, yeah, this is main events, but I almost feel like this almost felt like filler. Like the whole Genjo Fullbringers thing. Yeah, Ichigo needed to get his powers back, but Kubo continued it a little bit longer than what it actually needed to be to me. You know, even and you know what, Genjo, the idea of him being a substitute Shinigami, all that kind of stuff, it's not that it was a bad idea. You know what I mean? Like, oh, but it's almost like he didn't really have much of a purpose. He didn't really do much as a villain. Genjo, like the whole deal with that. Sorry, I moved the camera, but yeah, the whole deal with that was just, I don't know, it's a little disappointing, but I'm looking forward to next arc. I'm not, I'm hoping a lot of you guys are as well. I hope you're not all discouraged because maybe this arc wasn't too good for you. And what? Some of you guys, I'm not saying that you don't form your own opinions, but don't just go ahead and just say next arc is going to be trash because one other dude said it. Make your own opinion. If you really think next arc is going to be trash, and that's fine, but don't even just go off what I'm saying. Really, think about it, because I don't really think next arc is going to just be terrible, or whatever, because Kubo has given us a lot of arcs and good arcs in the past. I was a little disappointed with this arc, but hey, it could have been worse in my opinion. I think Bleach is a great series. I think, Kubo is probably really going to step it up next arc, especially if he, does something connecting to, more important things in the series, the things we care more about. Because I know everybody wants to say Kubo's always trolling left and right and blah, blah, blah about that. Which maybe there was some type of trolling in this arc, if you want to say, but, you know, I'm like, next arc is probably going to be better. I'm guessing it is. I couldn't see why it wouldn't be better, and I don't know. I get a little irritated though when I hear people that I'm not even gonna name. It's a YouTuber that I'm pretty sure most of y'all know, but he constantly, it's not even just sometimes, constantly mentions Kubo trolling or saying this, that, and the other. And I'm not just saying like, oh, says he trolls, but makes videos and like, literally, I'm like, it just gets so annoying to where his last video he recently put up, which y'all know, got like a ton of dislikes, because like everybody knows what he thinks, but it's like, really, do we really need to hear this 24/7 that you think Kubo is trolling? I mean, we get that. You think you don't like it. And I don't see why you would read something that you hate. I could see if you just didn't like this arc, but if you find flaw left and right and you constantly are just bashing on some shit, even when a new chapter ain't even come out, I'm just like, really, man? And I'm pretty sure y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to say any names, though. But, anyway, please rate, comment, and subscribe. I know I said this in all my prediction rants today. I've kind of rambled on a lot in these prediction rants the past, or today actually, the past couple of, I think last prediction rant of Bleach I did as well. I kind of rambled a little bit, but, since, some of these arcs are kind of wrapping up, I'm going to say like the One Piece one and, this Bleach one and the Naruto one is, it's not wrapping up exactly because we still have a lot of stuff that has to happen in it, but there's a lot of, not a lot went down in it, so, it wasn't really for me to, a lot for me to actually predict. But as far as Bleach prediction rant goes, I think next chapter probably we'll hear a little Ishin, well, not Ishin backstory, but I'm pretty sure Urahara and Ishin maybe will tell Ichigo a little bit more about really what went down with Genjo, what happened, a little bit more about Genjo's past, his beginning, because I'm pretty sure it's going to pertain to Genjo. Maybe this will, later on lead into them talking about, Ichigo, why they were gonna. I mean, we all know the whole stuff with Ichigo and the Shinigami badge now, but they'll probably get further into it, and then maybe this will connect so that we'll know the next arc of Bleach, so that we'll be able, because obviously there's gonna be another arc, but we'll be able to, this will open up the door for another arc. So anyway, this is me, Game on Cloud 9. Guess I'm, signing off or getting off, whatever you guys want to say. And please rate, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna say that again. Just rate, comment, subscribe. Don't forget. And I'm posting my Facebook below and my Twitter below. So make sure you follow my Twitter, like my Facebook. Anyway, see you later.